Hello, this is Mr. Wynn, and this video is over Trigonometry Part 1. We're going to be setting up ratios. So, trigonometry is the study of the relationships between the sides and angles of a triangle. There actually is a mathematical relationship. It is one of the most powerful branches of mathematics and is widely used. Expect to use it in courses like physics and pre-calculus and beyond. This first video will focus on how to set up the three basic trigonometric ratios for right triangles. This will not work for non-right triangles. Because of that, we call it right triangle trigonometry. Again, the trig we learn in geometry will only work for right triangles. The three basic trig ratios we'll cover are sine, cosine, and tangent. Sine we abbreviate as sin, cosine we abbreviate as cos, and tangent we abbreviate as tan. One thing to remember is that you must always follow sine, cosine, or tangent with an angle. That angle will serve as your point of reference. For example, we have sine of A. We have tangent of 40 degrees. We have cosine of m. And note, you may never use a right angle for your point of reference. Once you know your point of reference angle, you need to be able to label the triangle sides as opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. So here's two triangles. I label them both triangle ABC. It says label three sides using angle A as the reference angle. I like putting a star or circle my reference angle, so we're here. From this point of reference, what side is opposite of us? Opposite would be down here. So this is the opposite side. I'll abbreviate as OPP. All right, what side is adjacent? Adjacent means right next to. So right next to the star is this, and that doesn't count the hypotenuse. And then the hypotenuse itself is across to 90. That is always true. So sometimes people do the hypotenuse first. All right, this next one, label the sides below using angle C as the reference angle. So now we're here. Does things change? Well, let's do hypotenuse first. So here's H, hypotenuse. Here's A, here's the adjacent. And then opposite is right here. That's O. All right, so notice, because our reference angle changed, adjacent and opposite changed. O and A changed. I usually use the first letter. I'll use HAO. I don't really say HYP, OPP, or ADJ. But some people do that. All right, so at the bottom, it says, can angle B, the right angle, be used as a reference angle? So in the previous slide, I said you cannot use a 90-degree angle. The reason or question is why. If you put a star, the reference angle at B at the 90-degree angle, the opposite side and the hypotenuse would be the exact same thing. We also wouldn't be able to figure out which side is adjacent because there'd be two sides next to the angle that's not 90. So it won't work. All right, now we know everything, we can actually answer some questions. The sine of an angle is always equal to the fraction opposite, which is either abbreviated as O, over the hypotenuse H. So sine of A is equal to O over H. So in the triangle below, find the sine of P. So they gave us the reference angle P. We'll label everything HAO. Here's the hypotenuse, here's the adjacent, here's the opposite. We just need the fraction O over H. So we can say the sine of angle P is equal to O, which is 7, over H, which is 25. And that's it. All right, here's the next one. The cosine of an angle is always equal to the fraction adjacent over hypotenuse. So you'll see cosine of A is equal to A over H. So in the triangle below, find the cosine of angle T. So we're at angle T, label everything, hypotenuse, adjacent, opposite, HAO. We need to do A over H. That'll be 12 over 13. So the cosine of T, of angle T, equals 12 over 13. And that's it. All right, another one. The tangent of an angle is always equal to the fraction O over A, opposite over adjacent. So in the triangle below, find the tangent of angle S. So we're starting at point S as our point of reference. Label HAO. Then we're just going to write the fraction. So the tangent of angle S equals O, which is 9, and A, which is 40. All right, so if you notice, all we're doing is labeling the sides, HAO, and then writing the fraction correctly, picking the two sides. All right, so again, we have sine of A equals O over H, cosine of A equals A over H, tangent of A equals O over A, where A is an angle. O is the opposite side, H is the hypotenuse side, and A is the adjacent side. A helpful acronym or mnemonic device to help you remember the three trig ratio formulas is SOHCAHTOA. So SOH is so, CAH is ka, and TOA is TOA. So S stands for sine. So you read it sideways. So sine is equal to, sine of an angle is equal to O over H, opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine of an angle is equal to A over H, adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent of an angle is equal to O over A, opposite over adjacent. Notice each three of those has a different combination of two letters. Some teachers even do this. Here's the newer way. I don't know that SOHCAHTOA, but here's the newer way of writing it. They write it with the fractions. It's still, they say SOHCAHTOA, but now they know S is equal to the fraction over H. C is equal to the fraction A over H. T is equal to the fraction over A. Again, make sure you know after S, C, and T, after sine, cosine, tangent, there must be an angle. You don't just have sine of a fraction. It's sine of an angle equals to the fraction. Cosine of an angle equals to a fraction. Tangent of an angle equals to a fraction. All right, last slide. Here's a hard example. Draw a triangle ABC where A is the right angle. So first let's draw it. I'll draw a right triangle like this. The letter order does matter. A must be the right angle, so this must be A. Now C and B can be wherever you want. Let's do this. C. All right, so it's A, B, C. All right, if cosine of C equals 3 over 5, find sine of C, tangent of C, and tangent of B. So what does cosine of C mean? Let me write it right here. Cosine of C equals 3 over 5. If you use SOHCAHTOA, the way I used it, SOHCAHTOA, we know C, cosine, this one here, cosine of some angle is equal to A over H. They gave us the reference. They're saying start at angle C. If you label HAO, here's H, here's A, here's O. They're telling us the fraction is 3 over 5. They're telling us the 3 is the A and the 5 is the H. They gave the two numbers for the sides already. So A is 3, H is 5. All right, if you have two sides of a right triangle, you can do Pythagorean theorem. Now this is a special, or this is a triple. 3, 4, 5 is the Pythagorean triple. Now just in case you didn't know that, let me do the work. Okay, so here's A, let's call this B, and let's call this C, or C's hypotenuse. It'll be A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That's 9 plus B squared equals 25. Subtract 9 both sides to get 16. Square root to get 4. But if you know your triples, you don't have to do the Pythagorean theorem. You gotta save time. All right, now that we know all those numbers, we can answer the question. The question says, find the sine of C. So sine of C equals O over H. So is our star, our reference angle at C? Yes. O is going to be 4, H is going to be 5. So there's the first question, answer. Next, let's find tangent of C. Tangent of C, if you use SOHCAHTOA, T equals O over A. So our reference angle is C, good. We label HAO. O is 4, A is 3. So tangent of C equals 4 over 3. So that's our next answer. Last is find tangent of B. Now be careful, it's a little tricky because what changed? Our reference angle changed. So we're no longer at angle C, we're now at angle B. When you change your angle, HAO changes. Well, H is the same, but A and O switch. So here's A down here, here's O now. So 3 is now the O, and 4 is now the A, the adjacent side. So tangent of B, TOA is over A. It's going to be 3 over 4. All right, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you ask questions during live sessions. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.